Hey, what's up, guys? I'm out in the shop today working on running some conduit and outlet boxes. I got the first part of it up. It's all going to behind the mill. I'm going to be putting my phase converter back there. That guy right there. It's going over there. Probably going to make a shelf for the motor to sit on so it's not sitting on the floor anymore. I'm installing outlets so I can use just regular plugs for my three-phase, because I've been running a junction box, which is currently, where did I set that? Oh, over here on my surface plate. This is my junction box, and it has the two outlets there. So every machine that I have, I've been bouncing plugs around. You know, I had 4 three-phase machines in this workshop. Now I have the lathe, drill press, and milling machine. And I plan on getting another mill or something at some point that'll go where this drill press is. There used to be a shaper right here. Not a shaper here anymore. Got rid of it yesterday, or 2 days ago, I should say. Which that was a project. I built the gantry crane. Probably should have made a video about that, but I was in a rush and I just barely got it done in time for the guy to come pick up the shaper, which was poor planning on my side. But yeah, I'm in the middle of doing that. I got a air filtration thing going. You probably hear that hum in the background, but just doing shop organization. I got the reason I'm doing these outlets now is I got a 100 amp sub panel in my grinding room now, which is going to be supplying power on this other wall for the phase converter, so I can move that over there, hardwire it in. It's always going to be hooked up to power. You walk out here, turn on the power, and then you're good to go. At least that's the plan right now. I got a welding outlet to install in the grinding room. The sub panel's not quite hooked up yet. I might do that today. I'm not entirely sure if I want to get into the wiring part yet, but we'll see where it goes. Stay tuned. All right, as you might be able to see, this is my milling machine. And what's that on the wall behind it? A motor for a phase converter? Why, yes, there's a phase converter, but it's back there. That's kind of hard and annoying to get to. Here, let's turn this thing on. Run. Start. There we go. Now I can use my tools. But I have to come all the way over here to turn it on. Or do I? I just added these outlets all around my workspace for my three-phase. But I wanted to keep it clean with that out of the way. So what do? Go in the corner and turn it on. That's how. Just kidding. I added this this button. As you can see, those controls still work. So do these. Oh, you're killing me, Smalls. Now, as I was saying, this button turns it on, and that button turns it off. And the indicator light turns on. As well as that still working. Now, that's a pain to put together because just the way I added the wire is a little on the thinner gauge side for the buttons here. That's just Ethernet cord. I figured it's 2 buttons and a light. So the light's a 2-watt bulb. It'll be all right. But when I was putting it back together, the wire must have got caught on something, and one of the connectors, I was wiggling the wire and it came off. All the plugs anything that I've touched in that or this, I've added the crimp on. Well, I'll show you. I've put these ferrule connectors on. You know, just some of these, or these, or even those, just so it's as nice as possible. But that allows me to fire up my phase converter, walk over here, turn on my equipment, So now I can have all of my equipment plugged in, not running at the same time. I could actually run these 3 machines at the same time under load with that, because I can run up to a 7.5 horsepower motor. But yeah, so as long as that light's on and that motor is being very loud, I can operate any of this equipment. Now, the unsafe part about this is that can be off, and you can try to turn the equipment on and it'll single phase your motors. You don't want that. But it was the same way before, but before I had to plug any of the cords into this distribution box here on the side here. And that just, I wasn't doing it anymore. So I got all new plugs for everything. Got 8 plugs and 8 outlets. So I put 4 in here. I'm gonna put 3 in this room right here on the other side of this wall. I have power running back there. But yeah, that's what I spent all day doing. Is I added that piece of conduit, that piece of conduit, that junction box, this switch, mounted that on the wall there, and mounted that on the wall there. Made that little bracket too. Ran conduit around this into this other room with the 3-phase going in there. So later when I finish that room, I'll be putting all the 3-phase in there. Now I just got to put a new plug on this bad boy, so I can plug this in, and she'll be golden. Thanks for watching. And if anybody needs more description on how I did that, I'd be more than happy to make a video about it. I just don't feel like doing it right now. It's like 11 o'clock, and I'm ready to go to bed. I can go over here and turn on phase converter. That's not good. So I flipped the breaker. That was in the off position. The phase converter was. And it immediately turned on. That's weird. I'll put it in run and then turn the breaker back on. Came over here. Like, let's see what happens. I push the start button. Nothing happens. That's odd. Whatever. Push the stop button. It's on. Push the start button. And it's off. What? It's the same thing with the... it's the same thing with that. It's backwards. I don't know why I put everything back the way it was. It just reversed. So like I can turn it on. And turn it off. It's just backwards now. I don't understand what I did. I'm lost. I'm lost. It works. I'm gonna fix this and then come back.